Hey, you got Justin here, and if you're on this video, you are looking for video ideas on how to make money on YouTube without showing your face. And on this channel, what we do is we review channels that are successfully making a ton of money and they're not using their own face, and more importantly, they're not even doing the work half of the time. It really depends, but we'll be able to dig into that a little bit further. And if this is the first time you're on this video, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because we are always talking about ways that you can make a full-time income online using social media. So let's get into it. The name of this particular video that we're looking at right now is called Tech Zone, and Tech Zone has 2.4 million subscribers. Now that is a ton of subscribers, and the best part is they don't make any of these videos or show their face. So if you check it out right here, you can simply sort by and see how much traction a lot of these videos are getting. If you go to the most popular section, you'll be able to see really quickly that some of these videos are getting 12 million plus views just from the duration of the one video. As you can see, 12 million. This one's getting 11 million. This one's getting 10, and so on and so forth. Okay, so if we were to click on this video right here, you'll be able to quickly just see what the most amount of views got. And of course, we're going to be hit with an ad because they're making money through YouTube's partnership program. So you can see we have to let this go just a little bit because we want to get to the video. All right, we skip it. And as you can see, it has an intro.
Designers offer a wide variety of ways to furnish your living space. The most notable of them are those that look attractive and use the entire space very effectively at the same time. For example, the living cube. There are all kinds of drawers and...
Okay, so as you can see, you have somebody's voice in the background doing a voiceover. You have music in the background, which is definitely royalty free. And then you also have, the different clips and cuts from an editor to give it that slick vibe and feel. And strategically, what they have done is they've created at least 10 minutes, because when you make it 10 minutes or more, you get to have more ads on your video. Therefore, you make more money. Now, we're going to use Social Blade to get a guesstimate about how much they are making right now. Let's just click on this. And if you don't have Social Blade, I'll leave it at the bottom of the description. It's a free service, and it pretty much just tells you the ballpark about what a specific channel is doing. And the reason why I can only give you a ballpark is because they don't know the CPMs of this particular channel. But I can tell you this, in a tech niche, they have a higher CPM, which means advertisers are willing to pay more because the products are more expensive, and therefore they can pass that on to the advertisers, and therefore YouTube can pass on the higher amount of CPMs onto you, so you can make more money. So as you can see right here, this is it says 15 million, okay? 15 million views in the last 30 days. And it's estimated that they're making anywhere between $3.8K to $60,000 per month. Well, I can assure you that if you look to the right, it's probably closer to the 60,000, just because, as I said before, the higher CPMs. And that's why you can say this channel makes a good amount of money. And on top of that, if they did put affiliate offers and links there, they would make more money. I don't see this here. Minehouse is actually another YouTube channel. I'm not aware whether or not they own it. They could, but because they're linking to another YouTube channel. And I don't want to go into a rabbit hole about this, but let's just click really quickly to see what's going on. And yes, Mind Warehouse is the name, and they are essentially clicking to them. Now, what you can see right here is that it says Tech Zone, and there's only a couple of recommended other channels, which makes me think they either have some kind of collaboration going on, or hashtag Minehouse and Tech Zone are the same person, and they are making buku bucks because they have multiple channels with 2 million subscribers. So it's one or the two. But this one, it says Craft and Hack, so maybe it's not the case, and maybe they're just linking to each other. Whatever they're doing, it's definitely creating cross-pollination through the viewerships that they're getting, from making the recommendations right here. Anyway, that's besides the point. So what can we tell you about this channel? So if you look at this channel right now, what I always like to do is if you're going to model this channel, what I always like to do is not just go with the sort by, which is what a lot of people do. They go sort by and most popular. The problem with that is if you're going to start off making a bunch of videos, you don't want to pick the ones that with the highest views just yet, just because this video might not have that much traction. So you could be wasting your time in creating this video first. As you can see, this one's 2 years ago, this is 1 year ago. But what you can do is leverage a tool that I always use, and that is the competitors, right, for Social Blade. And not Social Blade, but what's it called? Video IQ. And what Video IQ will do is it'll actually be able to tell you what's trending right now, which means what's going on today, what's getting the highest view velocity. Because view velocity is what really matters, because that's telling you the VPH is kind of like the speed in which a channel is getting a view per hour. So these are actually getting the highest view velocities. As you can see, 883. I think that might be K. Let me double check. I'm going to click on it. Let's just look. All right. And then Social Blade will tell you that this is getting, not Social Blade, Video IQ. Okay. So as you can see, it got a total of 2.4 million views, but the VPH is 1.3, 1,300. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted because of this damn ad. All right, let's say that again. So right now, this particular video is getting 1,392 views per hour, which is great. That means there's a lot of people interested today in this topic. So you might want to come up with cool ideas to protect your door and home, right? So that's what I would do. I would go here. I would use Video IQ whenever it loads. And I would click on that to see what's trending, go to what's trending, and then have my content team, because you don't want to copy, because if you copy, you will not be rewarded by YouTube. You will be penalized, and you won't get any traction anyway. So you want to copy the thumbnail as closely as you can, so you're going to get your video guy or whoever or a graphics guy to do a thumbnail that gets a lot of traction, so people click on it, and then you're going to create content video like this that's about 10 minutes long, because you want to get the most amount of advertising breaks inside of your video so you make more money. And then you just want to have a voiceover of some sort to replicate this video. So you simply give them the idea, and you give them instructions on what you want them to do. And if it's like a cool idea to protect your door and home, you can say you can actually have inside of the video 10 cool ways to protect your home. List from 10, go down to 1, and you're good to go. All right, so that's what you do here. Make sure you have a good thumbnail, make sure you have a good click-through rate, and then pretty much duplicate all of the channels right here that are getting VPHs that are high, and you just want to model that as your first beginning content strategy just to get started, and then you can go back and model the other videos that are listed above in the video section when you sort it. So if you sort it by most popular, then you can start to fill in the blanks if you're missing other ideas to then modeling this channel. Also, one thing I would also add is when you can add affiliate links that are relating to the products that you're putting in the top 10, because that way you'll be able to make additional money, especially if you're not at the point right now in YouTube where you can monetize from their partnership program, because you still have to make sure that you get over 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So that's a very helpful hint that I encourage you to take advantage of. If you don't have Video IQ and you're not able to actually have this function, I have a link down below which you can check out, and that's going to be able to help you be able to sort by their trending to then decide what topics you want to actually think about creating first. Now, one thing that you can also do if you want to see this video, or if you want to see this thumbnail, one thing that I use is YouTube thumbnail downloader, and it's simple. It's really simple. You just you click on this video, and then from this video you're going to get the link. You take the link and you simply add it to here, and it's going to populate it. So if I show you really quickly, You take
Hey,
this,
what's going on? My name is Joshua Elder. I'm a veteran affiliate
copy,
marketer. I've been doing this for the
making this guy all kinds of money. All right, so we go here, we paste, and then voila, you simply download it to your page. And then again, don't copy this exactly, but give it to your graphics person, give it to your video person, whoever is actually able to create it. Or if you can create it yourself, do something like this. And then maybe create arrows, maybe like an arrow right here, or a circle right here, or something that's indicating that you need to pique curiosity for your person to click on this. Now, one thing that you also want to do is you want to put together a team, okay? Personally, I don't do any of these myself. I have 4 channels right now that I do not do. I have 1 channel that I am doing, which is the one right here, which is the newest of them. And you can see right here, you know, you want to put together a team. Depending on your budget will determine which of these you can outsource right away versus which one you might have to do initially to get the traction going. But whatever you do, once you make the money, make sure you extract and pull yourself out of the equation so that you can duplicate and scale, because there's no way that I could possibly be on my 5th channel right now if I was doing it all by myself. Now, there's 3 things that you're going to need. You're going to need a writer, you're going to need a voiceover, and you're going to need a video editor, okay? The writer, you can expect to pay anywhere between, let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. You can expect to pay anywhere between $10 to $30 per article, and it's just really going to depend on the length and size of your video, right, for the writer. And typically, you want to stay over 10 minutes. Now, I know that it strategically makes sense to have it your video under 10 minutes, over 10 minutes once you actually have met the requirements for the partnership program, but if you're just getting started and you want to crank out content and you want to keep your expenses low, you might want to start off with just 5 to 7 minutes until you get traction and then move over to the 10-minute mark. But anyway, the cost will range anywhere between $10 to $30. Here again, it'll be $10 to $30 for the voiceover. That means once the writer writes the script, you're going to want to have someone to speak over it. Now, when they speak over it, it could be the writer. I don't always find that to be the case. Sometimes you need someone with a more upbeat, uplifting voice that engages and keeps your audience, watching through the whole time, especially depending on the length of the video. And then the last part you're going to want is you want a video editor. Video editor can cost anywhere between $20 to $45, and again, that's going to depend on the length. Now, the total package that you can expect for spending all 3 is going to be between $40 to $105, and again, that's going to depend on the length and how you negotiate. Anything less than that is going to be poor quality, and you're not going to be happy. You're going to get low duration time for people actually watching it, and it's a waste of your money. You want high duration time, you want high click-through rates so that YouTube can then put your video in the suggested, that's terrible, suggested, just pretended I said that, suggested, or the browser, I didn't even spell that right, but you heard what I said, suggested or browser portion of YouTube, because that's where all the traffic is. That's where you're going to go from, just getting search traffic to blowing up to getting a ton of traffic. And don't spend over 105 because that's too expensive. You want to keep your videos within this sweet spot right here. Another thing with pay, with these guys, once you have a relationship with them, you can pay them weekly or monthly. In the beginning, you're probably going to have to pay them daily, just because they don't trust you and you're beginning your relationship. But once they trust you and you'll pay on time and do all those good stuff, you want to go to the weekly or monthly time in which you pay them, just because when you have a ton of video editors and a ton of voiceovers and a ton of writers, the last thing you want to do is be paying them sporadically whenever they're done with a particular project. So that will keep you in line. Now, one other thing, you can use Fiverr as a source for you. You can get these guys. Sometimes you'll find people who do it all in one. You simply go to Fiverr, you go to YouTube video editing, and then you find your video editor. Boom. And then you go to Fiverr again, and you go for your voiceover, and you search through for your voiceover. You do the writer, and you do the same thing. You do that until you have a team. And not all the time will the first people you hire be the right team. but at least you're going to know what you want, what you don't want, so you can be more specific on what you do want in the future. All right, now last thing I'm going to show you, which is kind of cool. It's a neat little thing that I do to keep everything organized, because when you got a lot of channels going on, you want to make sure that you have some structure in place. Otherwise, you won't be able to keep it organized. Now, simply, once you have your team together, I use a service called Trello. It's free initially, I believe, but if you want to have more, boards that you want to operate on, I think that's when you actually have to pay. I think you get your first 3 free. All right, so you simply just go to Writer, you go to VoiceOver, you go to Editor, and then inside you can then say the title of your video. So if it's like, if we're in the TechNet's top 10 most interesting tools, now you got your top 10 most interesting tools. Your writer then writes it, passes it along the way to your voiceover. Once the voiceover is done, passes it along the way to the video editor. And that's pretty much it. Okay, so that's the way to really go from start to finish, finding a channel from scratch, then hiring a team together, putting together the videos based on what's trending by using Video IQ, again, which you can get at the bottom of this page right here, and in the description page, which you can take advantage of it and start leveraging it right away, and then putting it on a free service like Trello to then organizing your efforts so that you can have a production plan in place. Well, that's it for right now. I hope you got value from this video. If you want more training on stuff like this, so you can see even in depth how I can really show you some cool things, you're going to learn how to pick a niche, how to set up your channel from start to finish, how to make a video without creating yourself, and really intricate details in that, and more importantly, how to negotiate, how to get your writers and get your editors and get your voiceovers to spend, or you at least charge them, or have them charge you the least amount, so that you can get away with the most and get the most out of production out of them, and have them still feel good about it because they want to feel good about their job. And most importantly, how to monetize that channel and make a ton of money. Then I highly encourage you to go to the bottom of this link description as well, because I'll be able to give you a free training that you'll get access to right away, so that you can turn this journey of YouTube or whatever social media marketing you're looking to make into a full-time endeavor. Going from part-time to full-time with social media is the promise. Enjoy, take care, and make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for the latest updates on videos just like this.